Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into the frontier intelligence of the Kimi K3 model. If you've been searching for the definitive Kimi K3 how-to-use guide to automate your workflows, write code, or build amazing presentations, well, you are in the perfect place. We're going to break down the exact strategies to help you get the absolute most out of this incredibly powerful AI. So, let's jump right in.
Here's our roadmap to level up your skills today. We'll quickly cover 1. Meet the K3 model. 2. Everyday chat and search. 3. Mastering the autonomous agent. 4. Building documents and websites. 5. Scaling up with work and code. And finally, 6. Credits and cost optimization.
All right, starting with Section 1, Meet the K3 model. Let's understand your tools.
So, you basically have 3 main models to choose from right inside the interface. For your everyday, quick questions, go with K2.6. It gives really fast responses, and the best part is, it doesn't cost you any credits. But when you need some serious heavy lifting, that's when you'll want to switch over to K3 or K3 Swarm. These are purpose-built for complex agent tasks and big batch processing. You can actually dial the thinking strength on those all the way up to max. And to put that power into perspective, the scale of K3 is just staggering. We're talking about a 2.8 trillion parameter model. Literally the world's first open 3T class model. It packs a massive 1 million token context window, and it has native vision capabilities. Meaning, it doesn't just read text, it natively understands the images and the charts that you feed it.
Moving right along to Section 2, Everyday chat and search. These are the foundations of Kimi.
Now you might be wondering, what makes searching here so different? Well, it's the massive upgrade from standard keyword tracing to Kimi's new Agentic search. It doesn't just match keywords anymore. It actually builds a custom research plan for you on the fly. It decides exactly when to search, which databases to pull from, and it even adjusts its own strategy to synthesize really complex information for you.
In real life, this is a total game changer for your workflow. You get real-time access to over 100 verified sources, and Kimi actually filters out the internet noise by looking for strict authoritative badges, like government and academic sites. Plus, because of that native vision we talked about, you can literally upload a photo and ask, hey, where's this? Or just paste a URL into the chat, and Kimi instantly analyzes the whole thing.
And honestly, this is my favorite part. Kimi actually listens and remembers. It uses a dedicated memory space that triggers completely naturally as you chat. It learns your preferences, your style, and your habits without you having to nag it every single time. It basically thinks, okay, who is this user and what do they care about, before it even responds. It makes everything so much more efficient.
Let's step it up a notch. Section 3, Mastering the autonomous agent. Time to really put Kimi to work.
So here is your playbook for agent success. First off, be sure to set clear constraints right up front. But here's the absolute biggest pro tip I can give you. Never ever click stop while it's executing. Agents run asynchronously in the background. If the page looks like it's stalled out, it's just working hard, so let it run. Also, keep in mind that agent mode limits your context window to 256K, so just break those really massive tasks down into a couple of phases.
Now, if you want to automate the boring stuff, you've got to use skills. It's as simple as typing a / in the chat to trigger specific, predefined workflows. Say you have a weekly report that needs exact formatting. Just create a skill for it, hit that / command, and Kimi knows the exact framework to follow.
Okay, Section 4, Building documents and websites. Taking things from a simple idea to a full asset.
Creating Kimi slides is literally a breeze. It's an end-to-end process. You just type in a one-sentence topic, or maybe drop in a PDF. Kimi analyzes it, figures out the absolute best way to tell that story visually, and boom, the agent automatically generates and formats a highly professional, editable slide deck for you in minutes.
Kimi also has this incredible vibe coding capability, meaning you can generate a full-stack website just by describing it. But what happens if the agent builds a site for you and when you go to test it out, it completely crashes?
Seriously, don't panic. Standard agents run in a cloud environment, and full-stack development has a lot of moving parts. If your project isn't running, just check these 4 common gotchas. Sandbox startup errors, database initialization fails, auth configuration issues, or, maybe you just forgot the publish action. Checking those layers will almost always get your project right back online.
Next up, Section 5, Scaling Up with Work and Code. We are getting into desktop and developer mastery here.
So it's time to pick your workspace. If you're a knowledge worker, organizing files, running spreadsheets, building reports, you definitely want Kimi Work. It's a local desktop client with really nice visual dashboards. On the flip side, if you're a developer, Kimi Code is going to be your best friend. It's a dedicated programming assistant that lives right inside your command line terminal and IDE.
And get this, whether you're using Work or Code, you have access to something called Agent Swarm. And when I say long horizon tasks, I mean serious endurance. Kimi can autonomously spin up a team of up to 300 sub-agents, all working in parallel for up to 13 hours of continuous coding. It can literally execute thousands of tool calls all by itself to finish your project.
To keep all that local automation running smoothly, Kimi uses WebBridge. It's a browser extension that lets the agent securely do things right in Chrome or Edge. It basically navigates the web exactly like a human would, using your active logged-in sessions, but it keeps all your sensitive auth data safely isolated locally on your device. Pretty brilliant, right?
Finally, Section 6, Credits and Cost Optimization. Let's make sure we are maximizing that ROI. Look, if you're building with the Kimi API, utilizing context caching is an absolute must. It caches those massive, repetitive system prompts and gives you a huge discount on those tokens, saving you a ton of money. Also, always right-size your models. Don't bring in the massive K3 model for a super simple task when the free K2.6 model can knock it out perfectly. Oh, and if you are using the Kimi applications through a membership, here is a huge tip. Kimi Code and Kimi Agent use completely separate credit pools. That means you can run that insane 13-hour coding sprint without draining the credits you're going to need to build your slide decks later in the week. And they both refresh on their own cycles. Just to show you how mind-blowing these long horizon capabilities truly are, I want to leave you with this. An early version of Kimi K3 actually designed, optimized, and verified a computer chip for its own architecture, and it did it completely autonomously in just 48 hours. A chip built by a model for a model. That is the sheer power of the tool we're talking about today. So, you now have the ultimate Kimi K3 how-to-use guide. You can go from everyday agentic searches all the way to deploying 300 sub-agents on your local machine. The frontier of intelligence is literally sitting right there on your desktop. So the only question left is, what incredible thing are you going to build today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.